in the middle of a conversation in English, and you need to share what someone told you, and your brain just stops. Do you say, he said me, or he told me, or he asked me? These three words look so simple, but they trip up almost every learner at some point. Today, we're fixing that for good. Welcome back to Be Easy English. I'm Bella.
And I'm Jake.
And today, we're talking about the real difference between say, tell, and ask.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to use say, tell, and ask correctly in real conversation without freezing, without second-guessing, without translating in your head.
That's the goal. And honestly, this one tripped me up for years.
Wait, really?
Oh, absolutely. I'd be talking and I'd just pick one and hope for the best.
That's a strategy.
Not a great one. Okay, my coffee is already going cold because I was so excited to start this episode.
You and that coffee. Meanwhile, I was late because my dog decided today was a day he needed to inspect every single tree on our walk.
Every single tree.
Every one. But we're here now, and honestly, this topic is one I care about because I've heard these mistakes a lot in my teaching.
Right. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're uploading a new conversation every single day, so there's always something fresh waiting for you.
Okay, so this whole thing started for me this morning, actually.
What happened?
So I got a message from my neighbor. She knocked on my door before I had breakfast.
Oh no.
And she told me the Wi-Fi password had changed for the building.
Okay, so she came specifically to give you that information.
Right, she told me. And then my phone buzzed. My sister asked me if I could help her move a box this weekend.
She asked you.
Yeah, and then I called my friend Marco and said, "Can you believe all this before 9 a.m.?"
You said that to him.
I did. So in like 10 minutes of my morning, I said something, someone told me something, and someone asked me something.
And did you notice anything about those three, said, told, asked, while you were talking?
Honestly, no. I just used them without thinking.
That's the thing, right? Native speakers don't think about it, but for learners, these three feel like they should be interchangeable, and they're not.
Not even a little bit?
Not even a little bit, and that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Wait, did you catch what we just did there?
I was waiting for you to notice.
We used all three, said, told, and asked, in a totally natural conversation without even explaining them.
That's the kind of the point. These words live in normal conversation, and we promised at the start of this episode that you'd be able to use them correctly without freezing. So let's actually make that happen.
Right, let's break it down. And if any of this has ever confused you, you are not alone. Even native speakers sometimes pause on these, so no pressure.
Let's start with say.
Good. Say is the most general one. You use say when you're talking about the actual words someone spoke.
Like the content of what came out of their mouth.
Exactly. So she said she was tired. He said good morning. They said the meeting was canceled.
And what about the person you're saying it to? Like, can I say she said me?
No, and this is a really common mistake. Say does not take a direct person after it. You cannot say she said me.
So if I want to include who heard it,
You add to. She said to me that she was tired.
said to me. Okay.
Or more naturally, you just drop the person entirely. She said she was tired. We often do that.
Right, the person doesn't need to be there.
Exactly. Say cares about the words, not about who received them.
Got it. What about reporting what someone said? Like, I'm telling a story.
Same rule. He said he'd be there at 6. She said the food was amazing. They said they didn't know.
I once said the wrong thing at a restaurant. I said I want instead of I'd like. And the waiter looked at me like I was demanding food at gunpoint.
Oh no.
I said it. Those are my exact words. Say captures exactly what came out.
That's a perfect example, actually. Say is about the exact words or the message, not about who you're talking to.
Okay, quick recap on say before we move on.
Calm. Say equals the words or message, no person directly after it. If you include the person, use to. She said to me. Never she said me.
Clean. Now tell.
Tell is different. Tell always needs a person, someone who receives the information.
Oh, interesting. So it's the opposite of say in that way.
Kind of, yeah. With tell, you always name who you're telling. She told me she was tired. He told his boss he'd be late. They told us the meeting was canceled.
So if say is about the message, tell is more about passing information to someone specific.
Exactly. Tell implies that someone received it. There's a destination.
Can I say she told that she was tired?
No, you can't drop the person with tell. She told that she was tired is wrong. You need she told me, or she told her friend, or she told someone.
The person is not optional with tell.
Never optional. It's almost like tell needs a receiver to work. And my neighbor, she told me the password changed. That's tell. She gave me specific information. I was the receiver.
Perfect. And there are also fixed phrases with tell, right? Like tell the truth.
Yes, great catch. Tell the truth, tell a lie, tell a story, tell a joke. These are locked expressions. You use tell, not say.
You can't say the truth.
It sounds wrong. Native speakers would hear it and pause. It's always tell the truth.
Okay, so tell has two jobs, passing information to someone and fixed expressions like tell the truth.
Exactly. You've got it.
Mini recap?
Slow. Tell always needs a person after it. She told me, he told his friend. Never drop the receiver. And remember the fixed phrases. Tell the truth, tell a lie, tell a story. Okay. Ask.
Ask is actually the most different from the other two because it's about requests and questions, not just information.
Right. There's a direction to it. You're getting something or wanting something. Yes. Ask covers two things. Asking a question and asking for something. So, she asked me where I was. That's a question.
And asking for something.
He asked me to help him. She asked for more time. They asked us to wait outside.
So when I said my sister asked me if I could help her move a box, that's ask.
Perfect. She wanted something from you. There's a request inside it.
And ask for, like she asks for water.
Yes. Ask for is what you use when someone wants something specific. He asked for the bill. She asked for help. They asked for another chance.
What about the person? Like with say and tell, is the person required?
Ask is flexible. You can include the person or not. She asked me a question. She asked a question. Both work.
Interesting. So ask is the most flexible of the three.
In terms of structure, yes, but the meaning is specific. It's always about questions or requests, not just sharing information.
Can I test you?
Go for it.
If I say my boss asked me to stay late, is that right?
Almost, but you need the ed for past. My boss asked me to stay late. The verb form has to agree with your tense.
Right. Ask plus person plus to plus verb. Ask me to stay, asked her to come, asked them to wait.
That's the pattern, and it's really common in everyday English, so it's worth knowing cold.
I once asked my GPS to help me, and it told me to turn into a lake.
Your GPS told you to drive into a lake?
I asked it for directions. It failed me.
Okay, coming up, I want to share the most common mistakes people make with these three words. Because knowing the rules is one thing, but the errors people actually make, that's what's going to lock this in for you.
Let's do it.
The number one mistake, he said me. I did this for years. It sounds so natural if your language has a similar structure, but in English, say does not take a direct person. He said me is wrong. He told me is right. Or he said to me with to, but never just said me.
I've heard this one a lot.
And it's an easy fix once you know. Say doesn't take a person. Tell does.
What's mistake number 2?
She told that the class was canceled. Dropping the person with tell. Tell needs someone. She told that, wrong. She told us that the class was canceled, right.
The receiver has to be there.
Always. Mistake number 3, mixing up tell a lie and say a lie. Say a lie sounds wrong to native ears. It's always tell a lie.
Fixed phrase, tell.
Right. And honestly, if you've been making any of these mistakes, it's completely normal. These three words are confusing because they're close in meaning. You've been doing your best with the tools you had. Now you have better tools.
Good framing.
Okay, we've covered a lot today. Before we close out, I want to see if it actually stuck. Let's test it together. A few quick questions. I think you're going to surprise yourself. Quiz Lab. Friends, pause if you need to think.
Question 1. Listen to these two sentences. Sentence A. She said me that the shop was closed. Sentence B. She told me that the shop was closed. Which one is correct?
Sentence B. She told me that the shop was closed. Remember, say doesn't take a direct person. You can't say said me. Tell takes the person. Told me. That's what makes B correct.
And said me is one of the most common mistakes we hear. Totally understandable, but now you know the fix. Question 2. Sentence A. He told that the meeting was moved. Sentence B. He said that the meeting was moved. Which is correct?
Sentence B this time. He said that the meeting was moved. Here's why. Tell needs a person. He told that. We don't know who he told. The receiver is missing. With say, you can drop the person. So he said that the meeting was moved is natural and correct.
If you want to use tell here, you'd need he told us that the meeting was moved, or he told his team. Give tell a receiver. Question 3. Sentence A. She asked me to wait outside. Sentence B. She said me to wait outside. Which one?
Sentence A. She asked me to wait outside. This is a request. She wanted something from the speaker. That's ask territory. Said me to wait is wrong on two levels. Say doesn't take me directly, and say isn't the right word for requests anyway.
Ask plus person plus to plus verb. That's the formula. Ask me to wait. Asked her to stay. Asked them to come back later. Last one. Sentence A. Don't tell a lie. Sentence B. Don't say a lie. Which is correct?
Sentence A. Don't tell a lie. This is a fixed expression, and it's always tell. Tell a lie, tell the truth, tell a story. These phrases are locked. Say a lie sounds unnatural to native speakers, even though say means speaking. Some word combinations just belong together.
If you got 3 or 4 of those right, that's real progress. This stuff takes time to rewire, and you just did the hard part.
You actually did it. Remember at the very start of this episode, that moment where your brain freezes and you don't know whether to say said me or told me or asked me? You know now. That's the win.
That's the whole point of this channel.
Okay, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered today. Say, use it for the actual words or message, no person directly after it. If you include who heard it, add to. She said to me, never she said me.
Tell always needs a person after it. The receiver is not optional. She told me, he told his team, and remember the fixed phrases. Tell the truth, tell a lie, tell a story.
And ask for questions and requests. She asked me a question. He asked me to help. They asked for more time. Ask can work with or without naming a person, but the meaning is always about wanting or needing something.
3 words, 3 clear jobs. Once you separate them like that, it actually makes sense.
It really does. And think back to that moment we talked about at the very start. That brain freeze when you're mid-sentence and you don't know which word to reach for. You've got the answer now. Say for the words, tell for passing information to someone, and ask for questions and requests.
No more guessing.
No more hoping for the best. If today helped, we've got a new conversation every single day on this channel. The next episode is already up. Go check it out and keep the momentum going.
Don't stop here. You showed up today. Show up for one more.
Keep practicing what you learned today.
We'll see you in the next conversation.